My name is Gráinne Walsh and I am one of the founders of Metalman Brewing, a microbrewery based in Waterford City. One of the things that I loved doing in my spare time was brewing beer. Myself and my husband had travelled, we tasted good beer, we were a little bit dismayed when we got back to Ireland in 2005 and there still wasn't really that much craft beer around. So we started brewing our own at home, got kind of good at it, and when I decided that I was going to take the jump from IT, it seemed like the obvious choice. So back in 2010, I handed in my notice, left in 2011, and on the 1st of February I became employee number 1 at Metalman Brewing. Funny enough, at the time it really didn't feel that hard. Looking back on it, I'm kind of amazed that I just decided that I would launch myself into an industry that I knew very, very little about. I had no commercial brewing experience really. Metalman Brewing was the first microbrewery in Ireland to start canning our beer on site in our own brewery. At the time, a lot of people felt that that was kind of a bit of a risky move. Canned beer has kind of this certainly had a reputation for not being as good as bottled beer, but we knew from the research we did that that simply wasn't true and that a can is really, really good package for beer. So we wanted to kind of turn things on its head a little bit, and we went ahead with it to demonstrate to people, you know, that we really believed that this was a good thing to do. And now, I mean, you can see there's loads of canned craft beer around. It's become a really, really popular package. So we like to think that maybe we had a little bit of part in that in Ireland. I suppose from my point of view, there were loads of things to do in the brewing industry that I had no prior experience with, like, you know, how pumps work. Some of it was really fundamental, plumbing, engineering, you know, different grades of stainless steel. So there's always something to learn. That the learning curve was pretty much vertical. But I think what's really important is that you need to remember that if you don't know how to do it, someone somewhere does. And sometimes you need to put your hand in your pocket, but sometimes all you need to do is pick up the phone. I would say 1, do your research, and then 2, just get started. The hardest part probably of running a business is actually getting going and just taking the plunge to go and do it. So I would say just do your research and then jump straight in. When we set up, we went to our local enterprise office, and they work already with a realm of experienced small business owners who have done what you're doing. It might be brewing, it might be bread, it might be retail, but they'll have faced a lot of the challenges that you face as well, you know, managing your cash flow and getting paid and you know, working around planning and stuff like that. We released a beer last month called Port Lager, right? Waterford Lager. How more Waterford can you get, with the possible exception maybe of Lager, which is our beer brewed with Blas. But what we wanted to do was make a beer for Waterford people who didn't want to have all the weird stuff that we normally brew and who just wanted to drink like a nice, simple Waterford beer. So, Port Lager. I suppose one growing pain that we have at the moment is that we just don't have enough space here in Tiger. So while we've doubled the footprint that we started with already, we're rapidly filling it. So on that basis, we are planning a relocation. We're hoping to try and get into the city centre. What we'd really love to have is a brewery right in the middle of the city with a really good tourism offering as well, because we get people wanting to come and visit the brewery all the time and we're not really set up for it up here. So I suppose that's probably pretty high on our agenda for plans for the future. And then the rest of it is just keep making fun, interesting, really good beer.